Hello students, welcome to the first problem solving session of chemistry paper for AIEEE 2008. Now in this session students, we will be solving some 9 to 10 questions of that paper. I hope you must have gone through the AIEEE chemistry paper of 2008. So questions were pretty simple in that paper. So let's start solving them one by one. And I'll also give you just some more information about the question and also about the topic. Right? Now let's start with the problem solving session, students. So this is our first question to start with. The organic chloro compound which shows complete stereochemical inversion during a SN2 reaction is. Now, what is an SN2 reaction? In your SN2 reaction, SN2 reaction is what? Now, in this case, the rate of reaction is dependent on the concentration of two reactants, right? Right? Now, your SN2, say, now in this case, the reactant attacks from the backside of the molecule, right? Now, the attacking agent. Say your SN2 reaction depends on two things, that is your first is the steric hindrance, right, because it is attacking from the backside of the molecule, and it also depends upon the concentration and the strength of nucleophile, right? Now, so if I take up the molecules over here, you must be knowing that this reaction, the reagent attacks from the backside of the leaving group. See, this is your CH, H, H and Cl. So the coming group will come from this side, your Cl will leave and there will be inversion of symmetry, right? There will be stereochemical inversion. Now students, as it is attacking from the backside, if this group is larger, say if in your option C, what is your option C? It is CH3C, this is again a CH3 over here, then we have got H and Cl, so the attack is from this side. Now your CH3, these are the bulky groups, they'll hinder the attack. Even your tertiary will also not undergo reaction by SN3. Tertiary will not at all undergo. This undergoes reaction by SN1 mechanism, that is by the formation of a carbocation. Okay, now here also there is more hindrance, so this is left. Secondary undergoes reaction both by SN1 and SN2. Right? Now your CH3Cl, as it is the least hindered, it is a primary haloalkane. This will undergo complete stereochemical inversion by SN2 reaction. Right? So by SN2 reaction, the primary haloalkane undergoes the stereochemical inversion, also called as what? Walden inversion. So this was from your general organic chemistry part, students, and this was simple, the substitution reactions. Okay, always remember your tertiary halide undergoes substitution by the carbocation formation or by SN1 mechanism, and the primary undergoes reaction or substitution by SN2 mechanism, and it undergoes stereochemical inversion. That is called as what? Walden inversion. Okay, as the reagent attacks from the back side, the side where the leaving group is not present should be least hindered. Now let's take up our next question here. Yeah, it is. Toluene is nitrated and the resulting product is reduced with tin and hydrochloric acid. The product so obtained is diazotized and then heated with cuprous bromide. The reaction mixture so formed contains. See, what is toluene? Toluene is a benzene ring and to this is bonded what? CH3. This is toluene. Now this is treated with the nitrated, right, or the nitrating mixture. What is your nitrating mixture? The nitrating mixture is H2SO4, that is concentrated H2SO4 plus concentrated HNO3. You must be knowing that this is your nitration mixture, right? And the product obtained is, or the electrophile which is obtained here is NO2, that is your nitronium ion, right? So what is this obtained? It is nitronium ion, right? Now, this nitronium ion, what is the CH3 group? CH3 is an activating group, right? Activating means it has got plus I effect. So, this will increase the electron density at ortho and para positions, right? Now, why it is an activating group or why it has plus I effect? It releases electrons. Right? Releases means that is due to that no bond resonance. You must have studied that. Now, you have got N plus O2 or the nitronium ion, and as it is an ortho-para directing group, so what are the products which will be formed? See, the products formed would be, there would be NO2 at the ortho position, and there is NO2 at the para position. So this is orthonitrotoluene and para-nitrotoluene. Now this will undergo reduction. See, with what you are going to reduce it? Tin and hydrochloric acid. So which will undergo reduction, students, here? Your NO2 group will reduce to NH2, right? So I'll write both the reactions, that will be better. So this is it. Now we have got this. Here it's CH3, there is NO2, then here is again CH3, and we have got NO2. Now this is reduced with tin and hydrochloric acid, that is your Sn plus of HCl, and it will form what? Para-aminotoluene and ortho-aminotoluene, right? Now this will be your ortho-aminotoluene, and there will be para-aminotoluene, right? This is ortho and this is para-amino. Now, what is the next thing which is going on? The product so obtained is diazotized and then heated with cuprous bromide. So, say if I am taking one of them, say if I am taking your para-aminotoluene, and it is treated with your diazonium, or it is diazotized. Diazotized means it is treated with NaNO2 and HCl at 0 degree centigrade. What will be the product formed here? It would be CH3 and N2Cl. Now this is treated with cuprous bromide. So what will happen? The N2Cl will be substituted by bromine. So you have got this. That is, this is CH3 and this is Br. So what is this? Para-bromotoluene. Right? And the other product would be orthobromotoluene. Fine? So, what is the answer to this question? It is para-bromotoluene and orthobromotoluene. Right? So, this was a simple question. It's just that there are too many steps in this. Okay, so the marking scheme here was +4 - 1. Now let's take a